Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper. It's time to take a look at the news and features from the national governing body of our sport, USA Wrestling. Well, the first major international competition held on U.S. soil this year is now in the books. The annual New York Athletic Club International in the city is over. Athletes from more than a dozen nations came together for this event in all three Olympic styles at the Athletic Club, and USA Wrestling Weekly was there to cover it all. The first day of action featured Greco-Roman and women's freestyle, and for Team USA, it was an incredible way to start. 7 American athletes earned gold on the opening day. 5 of those gold medals from the U.S., or for the U.S. rather, came in Greco-Roman. Winning the Outstanding Wrestler Award in that style, 2-time World Team member Andy Bisick at 163. He opened up his offense in the second period and scored the 10-3 tech fall over Yuan of Korea.
Not that I'm changing my style, but wrestle somebody that wrestles a little different than the next match. The next person's like more of a Asian European style, right? And they have to go back and go, back between the two. It's good for some big tournament preparation.
2-time Olympian Spencer Mango had a strong day at 121. He scored a tight 2-1 victory with a 1-point lift late in the second for the victory over Kim of Korea.
Coach Lewis and the rest of the Army program puts us in those situations every day. So, you come down to the match, that's nothing new for you. When you go out there, you have to score a point. Been there before, and I was able to do it.
2012 Olympian Ben Provisor moved up a weight at 185 and put together an impressive tournament. He scored 2 gut-wrench tilts in the second period of his finals match to defeat the talented youngster Yosef Rao, 4-0 the final score.
After World Team Trials this past year, I had a really hard cut to 74. So I knew, with the Olympic weight class changing and everything, that I was going to stay out for a little while. And, I feel comfortable at this weight. And, I'm going to wrestle it for a while, see how it goes.
And 2-time U.S. World Team member Joe Betterman was the king at 132, and rightfully so. He scored a 9-0 tech fall over Hokkyo Kim of Korea and nailed a 5-point throw to finish the bout.
My brand, Joe Betterman Airlines, I throw a lot, or I used to, and now I'm trying to get back at it and, just be a more open wrestler. I love these new rules, so, getting ready for Worlds.
2013 World Team member Robbie Smith claimed the heavyweight title. He scored a powerful first period fall over Eric Nye in the gold medal round.
I thought the match was going to go a little longer. Known him for a long time. He's a great wrestler. So, it was a good tournament overall. I wrestled decently. I can definitely make a little more progress.
Well, the other individual Greco-Roman champions included Takeshi Izumi of Japan at 145 and Kevin Mejia Castillo of Honduras at 211. The outstanding wrestler in women's freestyle was 2013 World Team member Allie Reagan at 130. Reagan was dominant in the finals. She put away Michelle Fazzari of Canada with a 7-0 tech fall. Remember, Fazzari had won the NYAC International the previous 2 years.
I've been focusing a lot on getting stronger and faster, so definitely outside of the room is just as important as inside of the room, so I think that's a big difference.
Joining Reagan on the top of the podium was her King University teammate Sarah Hildebrand at 121. She jumped to a 6-0 lead in the first period and went on to defeat the always tough Yuki Ikigami of Japan. The score there, 8-4.
I think it's really awesome. I won. I'm excited, but not satisfied. So, I kind of had a shaky semis match, and I can always do more to improve. But all in all, I got to walk away proud of myself.
Now, one of the big stories of the tournament was the return to competition for 2008 Olympic bronze medalist Randy Miller. She wrestled for the first time in over 5 years, going back to her bronze medal performance at the Beijing Games. Miller was competing at 147, up a weight from where she won her Olympic medal. She opened with a dominant performance, 3 straight preliminary bouts by 8-0 tech falls. Are you kidding me? That included a big win over American Erin Claudio in the semifinals. In the championship round, Miller lost to junior world champ Dorothy Yates of Canada by fall. We visited with Randy, who now competes for the U.S. Army.
Before I came here, Coach Seiko told me get a good warm up and don't stop moving. And so that's just what I'm trying to do today. Just don't stop moving. Just keep going.
Well, Yates was one of the 2 champs for Canada. She's joined by Vanessa Brown at 114 pounds. Japan put 3 champs on the podium: Yuki Iri at 105, Yuki Ito at 136, and Hiro Suzuki at 158. USA Wrestling will continue. Stay tuned.
ASICs has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Now we go to day 2 in the Big Apple men's freestyle competition. It was another memorable day for Team USA. 5 individual titles, are you kidding me? Claiming the Outstanding Wrestler Award, past NCAA champ for Penn State, Frankie Molinaro. Frank the Tank. He was there at 145. Molinaro took last season off to focus on a new coaching post at Rutgers, but is back in a big way. He beat the Russian Alibegady Zemyov in the finals by the score of 9-4.
It entails diversify your offense, defense, conditioning, strength, and I've just been trying to get to some new attacks, some single legs on the other side, and it's been helping me open up my high crouch on the other side. So it's good when it actually works in the matches.
Winning the NYAC International for the second straight year, Win Mihalik at 2:11. Mihalik fell behind early to American Duran Win, but came back with a wide open offense in the second for a 9-6 finals victory.
I think in the finals, I kind of went out there and maybe the break got me a little bit, but I kind of settled into his match a little bit and tried slowing him down more than I should have been attacking.
Mihalik was one of 3 Titan Mercury Wrestling Club freestylers to come home with gold, a strong outing for them. Raymond Jordan competed for the first time since 2012 Olympic trials and won the title at 185 for the Titan Mercury Club. Jordan used an upper body throw to pin Vladislav Gabarev of Russia at 3 minutes 59 seconds in the finals. Jordan told us he'll wrestle both freestyle and Greco during the 2014 year.
He's a young guy for Russia. I actually wrestled him at a training camp that I went to when I spent a month in Russia a couple years ago. So I knew he was a tough guy, very strong, but he kept shooting. I felt him getting tired, and that move actually was a move I've seen Askren hit quite some time.
Emerging young star Tyrell Fortune was overpowering on the road to a heavyweight title. A former NCAA Division II and JUCO Junior College national champ, Fortune is already number 2 on the Freestyle Team USA ladder. He put away Canada's Corey Jarvis with a 7-0 tech fall in the finals.
Starting at the Minnesota Storm tournament, I'll be going both styles all the way through the rest of the season. It's just to keep getting better.
Well, the other American champion in freestyle, veteran Nick Maribel at 174. He showed off his offense in an impressive 10-3 tech fall in the finals over Boris Mokiev of Russia.
Coach Hinson, my coaches always tell me that the best thing to do is always hold position, and even if they do get in on an attack, they're going to be in bad position to set you up for something else. So I did. He got in on a shot. He was driving up, but he wasn't in great position. I loaded over and just threw it and went with it.
Well, the first 2 weight classes went to international stars Sumat Nudak-Ulu of Kyrgyzstan at 121 and Alexander Bogmayev of Russia at 132. The New York AC International was an impressive display of talent and a great start to the new international season. We talked with national freestyle coach Zeke Jones. He gave his assessment of the Americans' performance.
I think it was good. Overall, I think we competed well. Didn't have a lot of national team guys, but I think some up-and-comers, guys that want to make a statement coming into the next season were here and wrestled well.
Well, the day after the New York AC, the national freestyle team and the Russian national team took a bus north to the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Lake Placid, New York. It was an intense week of training for all involved. USA Wrestling's Richard Emmel joined the team and will provide reports from this great sports town, which hosted the 1980 Winter Olympic Games. Two-time U.S. World Team member Reese Humphrey is one of the national team athletes training there in Lake Placid and talked with Richard.
It's good for team bonding. We're going over a lot of video and some technical stuff and some statistics from the World Championships, and it's really good to hear all that stuff and get the inside information and watch it live with the team.
National coach Zeke Jones talked about the training camp.
We've been doing a lot of video review from the World Championships, going through areas of concentration, things that we need to improve on, really focusing on what the world's currently doing today and where wrestling's trending to.
We'll have more interviews, of course, and a full report from Lake Placid on next week's show. Well, wrestling fans, surely you are, as I am, looking forward to the second annual Grapple at the Garden. Top college wrestling programs will hit the mat in the world's most famous sports arena, Madison Square Garden in New York City. This year's extravaganza is set for Sunday, December 1. There'll be a total of 16 college teams on the card competing in 2 rounds of duels, included 12 Division I teams, 2 Division III teams, and a pair of NCAA club teams. Added to this year's program, a little bit of international competition as well, including 2 women's freestyle international bouts from competitors like Canada and the U.S. At 121, 2012 world silver medalist Helena Maroulis will face Canadian World Team member Jillian Galles. The battle at 158 will feature 2012 world champ and 3-time world medalist Adeline Gray and Canada's #1 at that weight, University world silver medalist Erica Wiebe. These two have battled a number of times, with Gray winning the most recent battle last weekend at the New York Athletic Club. Other international style bouts will be included in the event that we will announce next week. Mark your calendar, December 1. We'll see you in New York City. Your wrestling news continues when we return. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Wrestlers, are you ready for the next step? USA Wrestling challenges you to test your skills at the USA Wrestling Clifton Athletic Folkstyle Nationals. Become a national champion. Head to the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa on April 5th and 6th to compete against the best wrestlers in the country. Last year's event featured 1,200 cadet and junior wrestlers from 32 states on 26 mats. For more information about this event and other tournaments, visit usawrestlingevents.com.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, following the training camp, USA and Russia will go head-to-head in a pair of dual meets in upstate New York. Both these duels will be webcast live by Flow Wrestling and USA Wrestling. The first is set for Saturday, November 16th at Clifton Park, New York, right outside of Albany. The American lineup has been announced and some of the top U.S. talent will be on display. The duel will act as the senior-level debut of high school star Aaron Pico, who won the 2013 FIBA Cadet World title last summer in Zrenjanin, Russia. Pico will test himself at 145. 2012 Olympian Sam Hayeswinkle will hit the mats in Clifton Park at 125. He was a star while at Oklahoma, finishing third on the national team in 2013. And 2013 U.S. Senior World Team member Keith Gavin will compete at 185. He won an NCAA title competing for Pittsburgh. Nick Simmons will see action. He was 5th at the 2011 World Championships and is now wrestling up a weight at 132. And rounding out the roster for Team USA, past NCAA Division I champ Dustin Kilgore at 211. NCAA Division National Champ Tyrell Fortune at 264, and veteran freestyle star Moza Faye at 163. Well, USA Wrestling also announced 2 women's exhibition bouts that will take place between the U.S. and Canada at the Clifton Park Duel. Local stars Alexis Porter, who attends host Shenandoah High School, will be featured in the FIDA Cadet level match at 143 against Canadian Keegan Colley. Porter competed at the 2013 FIDA Cadet World Championships for Team USA, while Colley is a FIDA Cadet National Champ for Canada. Another New York native, Jenna Burkert, will be on the card in the senior level bout at 130. She'll be going against the talented one, Canadian Michelle Fazzari. The Sunday bout in Ithaca will be held at Cornell University and will feature 3 hometown favorites who competed for the Big Red. Headlining the dual meet, Cornell's 4-time NCAA champ Kyle Dake at 163. Remember, he made huge news last year, becoming the first wrestler to win 4 Division I titles in 4 different weights over 4 different years. He's currently number 2 on Team USA at his weight. He talked about this weekend's duel.
I'm getting ready to wrestle in this duel next weekend and then head out to Azerbaijan after that. So, at camp, ready to roll.
Another past NCAA champ for Cornell, Cam Simaz, well, he'll take on a Russian opponent at 211. And the 3rd Cornell grad in competition at 125, the talented Frank Pirelli. He won All-American honors for the Big Red. Pirelli talked about the duel.
Moving forward and improving on those positions and different little things like that. And that's what we're here doing now and getting ready for this weekend.
2013 U.S. Open champ and 2-time NCAA champ for Michigan, Kellen Russell, will battle his Russian opponent at 145. And 2 other 2013 U.S. World Team Trial runner-ups will compete at the Cornell duels for Team USA. They include Jimmy Kennedy at 132 and Clayton Foster at 185. Closing out the USA lineup, past NCAA champ Zach Ray at heavyweight. Now, tickets are still available for those able to attend in person. And for those of you who can't make it to New York this weekend, again, you can watch on Flow. November 22nd, Victory Wrestling Challenge takes place at the Ralston Arena in Omaha, Nebraska. Over 12 bouts on the card promoted by the MMA folks at Victory Fighting Championships. One of the featured bouts, 163. Local star Trent Paulson, an NCAA champ for Iowa State and past World Team member, will scrap with talented Missouri star Nick Maribel. Now, both these competitors were at the NYAC International. Paulson was in New York coaching athletes from the Cyclone Wrestling Club. He's in great shape and gearing up for another shot at Maribel.
They're doing a little bit different format. It's MMA style. They're going to do exciting lights and market it correctly to make it a big event. And it's also exciting for the sport with the scare of the Olympics being possibly taken out then back in. We have to be innovative on how we're going to grow the sport, and this is one step to do so.
Well, Maribel was in competition there in New York. He took home the gold at 163, as we reported earlier. He's getting geared up to wrestle Trent Paulson in their featured bout.
These tournaments are just a stepping stone to my main goal, which is making a world team this year. So I think so far I've gotten a couple tournaments in. I've been wrestling a lot, training with the Missouri team and the coaches, and it's just another stepping stone to making the world team.
Victory Challenge promoter Ryan Stoddard recently sent a crew out to Iowa State to talk with a number of athletes that will be training for the Victory Wrestling Challenge. Trent's twin brother, Travis, will go up against Max Askren in a 185 feature bout. He talked about the event.
It's been something that it's needed to happen for a while now. People, they want to see wrestling, and this is just an avenue we need it more in their face more often.
Gerard Trice, a former big man from Central Michigan, will take on 4-time Division II national champ and Olympic trials runner-up Les Sigmund.
Me and Les, we've wrestled a few times. I think I got him the last couple times we wrestled, so I'm excited to wrestle him again. I guess I'm a pretty excited wrestler. I like to go for a lot of big throws, so expect a couple 5-point throws coming this way.
Junior college national champ who grew up in nearby Missouri is Deron Wynn. He's training in Ames and will be in action on the 22nd as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the event. One of the things I like most about it is, it's going to be like one mat there. It's kind of like a big fan base, big crowd. I live for things like this. Like, I live for being under the spotlight, making a big throw.
Big-time star at the University of Dubuque is Evan Brown. He'll be another feature competitor at the Victory Wrestling Challenge.
I think it's great what some individuals are doing to help the sport of wrestling. I mean, really stepping up to the plate, getting more exposure. People want to see that high-paced wrestling, higher intensity, high-scoring moves, and I think that's what's going to happen at Victory Wrestling.
Well, tickets start at $25 for GA and $7.50 for a seated table at 10, and you can buy them online at homepridetix.com. USA Wrestling will continue. Stay tuned.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
While the men's college wrestling season is getting underway, the women's college season started a few weeks ago, heating up big time. A number of women's college teams were entered at the NYAC International this last week and allowing some of their top athletes to get in some great experience. King University is currently ranked #1 on the women's college scene. Two of their athletes won titles in New York, including Allie Reagan and Sarah Hildebrand. We caught up with King head coach Jason Mormon.
It's a good mix of, international competition. I mean, you have Japan here, Brazil, Puerto Rico, Korea, and so it's real tough competition, and we enjoy coming up.
Well, taking over the women's college program this year at the University of the Cumberlands is respected California women's coach Donnie Stevens. The Cumberlands has a strong tradition of women's wrestling, and Stevens is looking to help the Patriots climb to the top.
Anytime you change coaches, you're going to run into a few bumps along the way, but the girls have been really receptive to everything we're trying to do. Their dedication is there, so hopefully it's not going to take us that long before we can start challenging for national titles.
Well, college wrestling is part of the foundation of wrestling here in the U.S., and USA Wrestling Weekly is committed to bringing you regular updates from that season. There's big news from California this week when Fresno State President Joseph Castro announced that the university would most likely consider bringing back varsity wrestling at this successful Division I school. Are you kidding me? 6 years ago, Fresno State dropped its program, but the wrestling community had not given up. They've been working ever since. Castro is reviewing the entire athletics program there and said that wrestling had a compelling case. He said he may need some financial support from wrestling from outside the university budget, opening up a chance for the community to step up and support the effort to reinstate the program. Of course, we'll keep you up to date on this important story on future episodes. Well, the #1 ranked Nittany Lions of Penn State brought many of their top athletes to compete unattached at the Binghamton Open this last weekend. When it was over, 6 Nittany Lions were crowned as champs, a strong start for the new season. Returning two-time NCAA champ Ed Ruth was the 84-pound champ. NCAA champ and 3-time finalist David Taylor took the 65-pound title, and NCAA runner-up Matt Brown won gold at 74. Coming off a redshirt year, sophomore Morgan McIntosh was the winner at 97, and heavyweight Jimmy Lawson also won the tournament, along with true freshman star Zane Rutherford at 141. You may remember Rutherford as a past FILA Cadet World Freestyle champ. Look for Penn State to retain the #1 ranking. Well, there's a big dual meet upset out east. Unranked Bucknell traveled to #22 Lehigh and escaped Grace Hall with an unexpected 18-17 win. Both teams won 5 matches in the dual meet, which ended at 17-17, but the Bison won the tie-breaking criteria. Down 6 points, nationally ranked heavyweight Joe Stolfi of Bucknell won by injury default in 54 seconds over Max Wessel to tie the bout up. Other winners for Bucknell include Paul Petrov at 125, Alex Pellicetti at 149, Stephen McPeak at 174, and Tyler Green at 84. Now we go out west. The returning Pac-12 champion Oregon State Beavers dominated the Mike Clark Open held at Pacific University in Oregon. 8 Beavers won gold medals in the tournament, including #1 ranked Taylor Meeks at 97 and nationally ranked R.J. Pena at 157. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in by families and fans from around the country and are being considered for our contests in our USA Wrestler magazine and our USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week, the photo was taken by Case Hooper. Overhead view of a sweet throw by 9-year-old Brock Hooper of Illinois in a recent Greco-Roman bout held in Indianapolis, Indiana. Nice job. Have your photographs considered. All you need to do is simply email them to Gary Abbott at usawrestling.org. Folks, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us here at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.